we were just like two people on a team trying to build a product just with engineering focus and product management focus. I would say we had no background into sales or any experience into retail, but we just believed in the idea of video. Besides myself shopping often, I think that was the closest I knew retailers. So I think everything just happened at Plug and Play. I think the big deal of it started off here.
10 years ago, when Plug and Play launched, we didn't know the full extent to how this place could change an entrepreneur's life. And there was this unbridled level of desire from the startups and corporations for us to build something that created connections. We all had this vision that forging partnerships between entrepreneurs and executives was going to be important, but it took a while for us to realize how powerful those introductions were going to be.
I wrote to him on a Saturday night. On a Sunday afternoon, I get a mail from Michael, so it's really surprising. And then on Monday, we met Saeed, so it was so quick. And then it just, so we showed them a prototype we had, and then Saeed liked it. And he actually ran through all the presentations that we were doing, and then he showed us how to present. And we actually did, I think, 2 or 3 demos with him. And then, so he actually saw a huge difference in the way we presented, and we then came back to present to the corporations, and then within a month we were in the program. As we joined the program and then we started talking to these corporations, we somehow felt, I think more than a consumer product, the shoppers were still with the retailers. They weren't really looking for another consumer app. So the idea was to go to them. And so for us, retailers and brands became an obvious option. That was the next best thing to do, and so we pivoted. So I think we're right now working closely with over half a dozen retailers and brands. I would say getting that slight interest from them and then just moving forward, trying to stay in touch, keeping them updated. We've done I think over 100 sessions now, I think. Because I think in the very first few months itself, every day there'd be somebody walking in and out, and then I'd present. And I think now it's sort of like an everyday thing. Getting those first few customers is definitely the way to go. And now we see that more people are interested in talking to us, and it's much easier. Just staying in there, we now understand how it works, and we're not really on an urgency to get things moving, but we say slow down, they're going to get back. When you see that slight interest from them, hang in there.
As corporation by corporation started to join us, successful pilots with startups were executed more and more frequently. That's when we had the, oh my goodness, eureka moment. This was not only unique, but this was going to be life-changing for everyone. We've developed this platform for startups to create a tremendous advantage over their competition. By walking up a single flight of stairs, they will be in a room talking to the chiefs of Fortune 500 companies, and this can happen at a moment's notice. These conversations create milestone moments in the life of an entrepreneur. It can be the single most transformational force in a startup's growth. We're at a time where one of the startups in our building could fashion a partnership that could see their product soar to mass adoption at an alarming rate, which makes it an amazing time to be here at Plug and Play. And we're just at the beginning of all this.
I would highly recommend a Plug and Play. So if I know somebody is working in a B2B space, especially for retailers and brands, I think I would just tell them to come here first, apply here, because I don't think networking can get any better. So I've seen all corporates. So when I read new startup on TechCrunch about retail, and then I see them here for these sessions, I understand they're doing the best job in terms of networking with retailers and brands.